Have you ever wondered how successful entrepreneurs, how business online coaches, other service providers are able to sell their programs online, make sales, and create an amazing content that converts customers? So today, I'm going to give you a few case studies, what I do with my clients so they can have 24K a day, so they can build successful business, high ticket business, how they convert their maybe it's a digital course into high level, high value program. So every single business that is successful that is successful at um, selling and putting themselves out there online, they have a system. They have a system to do their market research. They have their system to create content that converts and creates community, and they have a system to deliver high quality results. So if you want to build successful high ticket business. So today I'm going to give you step-by-step formula, or rather framework, what I teach my clients how to achieve those results. Before we do that, let's do a little bit of a housekeeping. As you are joining me live, everywhere, really. I'm live on LinkedIn, I'm live on Instagram, and I'm live on YouTube. So say hello. In order to get most out of my trainings, it's important to interact with me and participate. And not only that, and this is a free coaching tip. This is a wonderful social selling technique to put yourself out there and connect with other people, because majority of my connections on LinkedIn specifically came from comments. So say hello, tell me where you're watching me from. And also, if at any point of our on my live stream you have a question, you want to ask something, you're curious about something, please let me know. Please let me know in the comments. And also, if something resonates with you, please put it in the comments. Also, next week, listen, I'm so excited about next week. I'm going to be doing a masterclass, 6-figure messaging. And I'm going to talk about messaging today as well, and how I help entrepreneurs to put together their compelling, high ticket, high value messaging. But it is so crucial that I decided to put together 5-day experience, where each day I'm teaching you how to really put together irresistible, high value, high ticket messaging, because it is essential for every single business. So how to register, you can find the link in the comments on LinkedIn. It's also in my bio. So please register, and I will be sending the schedule. I will be sending the topics, and I will be sending all of the updates on email. So also, if you've been following me for a while, or you're looking for a mentor, and that really resonates with you, and you are thinking like, okay, where's the front door? How do I actually enroll and work with you? I also put in the comments a link for the application for 6-figure messaging coaching program. So all the links in the comments. So I see a comment from YouTube. Hello from Washington. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. So let's go. Let's go again, and let's go ahead and get started. So when you think about a successful business, especially if you're running a business online, especially if you are in this educational like coaching business, you are a mentor, or you would like to provide your services online, and you're using social media, as your driving tool to your business. And by the way, even if you're brick and mortar, even if you're working with people more face to face, you got to be on social media. So the first component of a successful business is knowing your customers really, really well. Knowing your customers really, really well. How do you do that? You do that through market research. And a lot of the time when I do my trainings, I say, hey, be very specific. Who is your person? Be very specific on your avatar and literally define them as they define themselves. And I work with the entrepreneurs, and often I hear this. I know who I'm working with. I know what the problem is. I know what they're, I know my customer. And I challenge every single client to go back and do more thorough client research. Not only that, I also, so yesterday I was a guest on the audio room, and we were talking about AI in marketing. And one of the components of marketing is actually understanding what segments in your audience, in your niche, in your avatar you can identify, and how you can segment your messaging to address sub niches in your niche. Have you thought about that? Because every niche has a sub niche. Every niche has has little details. And listen, mastery is in the details. Mastery is in the details. And there are certain segments of in your audience that is more active, that is more ready than the other. And I help my clients to really put together the profile and the segmentation using AI. Using AI. And listen, AI is not going to solve your problems. AI is not a magic tool that like you use AI and all of a sudden your conversion rates are going up and everything goes up. No, AI is a tool to make you faster. Before you had to spend like hours putting together that profile yourself, and really like relying on your ability to analyze data and put together data. But with AI tools, you can actually extract information and systemize information more easily. So um, what I really help my clients do, like for example, for one of my client, he is so specific on he is serving, and and it really helped him with his messaging that when he shows up in the room with his right messaging, because he knows exactly who he is serving, uh, people buy from him easily. But and again, I want to emphasize that there's no get rich quick kind of scheme exists. You have to put in the work. You have to put your analysis, and you have to do your market research now as ever, because there's so much information online, and knowing your customer is really essential. This is the very essential step that I'm doing with my clients. I help them with the market research. Understanding your customer is the most important thing. And when you understand your customer and you use the language that they're using in your content, in your marketing, in your live streams, this is what really helps. Speak using the language that your customer is using. And a lot of people don't know, a lot of entrepreneurs, they don't know how to do that. And market research is a science and it's an art at the same time. And you gotta know how to do market research. You gotta know how to create profile. So another thing that helps entrepreneurs to successfully sell their high ticket offer is actually offer positioning. What do I mean by offer positioning? Offer positioning contains in like there are two aspects in offer positioning. The first aspect is, what do you promise your customer to your customer? What do you what is your, I don't know, promise, your course, your mentorship program promise, what do you promise them to achieve? And also, it's really important to create a very specific promise to your customers. Very, very specific. Uh, to understand what program promise is your I help statement. And this is what I see in the industry, in a lot of people online who use I help statement in their tagline, on their Instagram profiles, or in other social media aspects. Like, it is not specific enough. I help high achieving women to get their dream jobs. Like, this is not specific enough. That, like, and this is why one of the components of my program is to really be really, really specific who they are helping, and really communicate the transformation, quantifiable, specific transformation. What is the return on investment? Because your program promise, your offer, your I help statement will help you to differentiate yourself from anybody else. From anybody else. So, the third component of my program, and this is probably one of the something that I'm really, really excited about. I do sales training because after you put together like a social media campaign, how do you put together how you put together your social media marketing? Another really important part of running a business is actually running consultations and actually selling your program. So why I'm so excited about it, I use the Challenger sale model, and this is a perfect model that is really congruent with with the consultative sales. Because when we talk about high ticket offer, this is really important to understand the psychology of a buyer, how high ticket buyers make a buying decision, and how, like, a lot of people when here's what happened. Like, this is let me give you an example. I had a client who was able to have 24K day, meaning my client sold her offer and made in one day, maybe a couple of days, like, but it was really back to back, 24K day. How it was possible? So the content marketing was there. Content was really on point. People resonated. People responded. People reacted. Conversations in the DMs were there as well. There were conversations in the DMs. But what was not clear is offer positioning, because customers didn't feel safe. And number two is actual sale conversation flow. So what I ask my clients to do, I ask them to record their sales calls. This is really, really important. And listen, even if you decide not to work with me, but you're struggling with your sales calls, like, it's really hard for you to close. It's really hard for you to sell. Record yourself during your consultative sales. When you get on the Zoom, when you get on the call, record your sales call. And then after you're done, go back and watch it again to get the data. And this is what I do with my clients. I encourage everybody to record their sales calls. And I go and I analyze their sales calls. And their sales calls normally anywhere from like 30 minutes to 45 minutes, sometimes an hour. And I sit through the video and I analyze what has been done correctly, how they took control over the conversation, how they created that dream state, how they created that gap, created that rational grounding, how they educated for differentiation. Because this is like another thing about sales. A lot of coaches, like, at least per my experience, a lot of coaches would have a video training on consultative sales, because this is a very famous framework, right? This is nothing is new under the sun, right? A lot of coaching programs have those high ticket sales videos, but this here's the thing: sales sales skills are developed in practice. You gotta practice your sales skills. You gotta get on the call, and you gotta practice. It's like, and I already provided that analogy. It's like, if you are trying to get in shape and you're trying to work out, and instead of doing the reps, doing the push-ups, doing the pull-ups, you just watch videos and you say, hey, I know how to do push-ups. I know how to do pull-ups. Why I'm not in shape? And also, even when if we continue with the workout analogy, sometimes your form is incorrect. This is why sometimes I like working with a trainer, because when I work with a trainer, there's so many little things that are off that I am not noticing: my form, my posture. Maybe I'm going overboard with weights and I sacrifice my form, right? The same thing with sales: your tonality, your voice, your cadence, your body language, how you lead the conversation. Also, your how would I put that? Your vibe. What vibe you are expressing? Are you too excited? Are you too nervous? Are you too quiet? Are you too straightforward? Are you too aggressive? What is the vibe? What is the vibe? This is like, and this is really important, because especially when you are selling anything from $2,500 to $12,000. This is normally the prices that my customers, that my clients are selling their offers at. So when you are selling high ticket offer, your tone, your body language, how you present yourself, your cadence can be a deciding factor. Can be a deciding factor. And normally, it's like, listen, it's important to start your consultation right, to create the authority to take control over the conversation. And it's also important to close your sales consultation right. And your sales conversation is focused about helping them to make a decision. Helping them to make a decision. So, like, this is what I did with my clients who had 24K day. We reposition the offer, make it more safe for customers to purchase, and also we practice how lead the sales conversation. And then also, like, I gave a really thorough feedback on the sales call, how sales call should be led and should be structured. And when you do it right, when you do it correctly, when you anticipate objections, it's easier to actually handle those objections. And normally you want to handle those objections. And what is objection? Objection is a question that was not asked. Objection is a question that was not asked. Like, it is too expensive. How do you handle that objection? Well, you listen to them. And also, like, it's like it is another important point in sales. People say it's all about creating a gap. It's all about listening. If you listen to your prospect really closely and really carefully, and you are able to pivot your conversation using the right tonality, using the right cadence, using the right approach, like, it's easier to anticipate those objections and handle them right there and then. Because if you see the red flags in your sales conversations and you move past them without addressing them, those are going to be your cost objection, time objection, uh, program objection, all kinds of objections. So you have to anticipate them. You have to see them, and you have to tackle them head first. This is this is essential. This is really, really critical. So, and before we do sales, right? It's really important to come up with the right content or social selling strategy or content strategy, because really sales start like many people think I need sales training. I need sales training. I don't know how to sell it, but the fact that matters, your sales starts from your content. When people start consuming your content, this is the start of your sales process, of your sales conversation, your content. And your content should be relevant to the level of awareness of your audience. This is why I say that a lot of coaches, a lot of service providers, they're struggling with content because the only content that they provide to their customers is how-to content. Is very much solution aware problem, because we all know there are different levels of awareness. There are problem unaware people, there are problem aware people, and there are people who are solution aware, or they're looking for this solution. They're in consideration phase. But majority of your audience are unaware or problem unaware. They're unaware of you, and they may not be aware of the problem that they are having, that they have. But and this is why it is important with your content seasons, because I don't teach content pillars. I don't teach on Monday you post this, on Tuesday you post that, on Wednesday you post something different, and the weekend is for something more personal. Those, like, you can incorporate those components in every single season. True, but it's really important to create those seasons when you are rising and when you bring the awareness of your customer and you're testing your audience, where they're at. Are they aware? Do they like, is my messaging resonating with them? What are they saying? How they approaching my content? This is really, really essential. And a lot of coaching programs are missing that, because you can always sell. You can always say, hey, buy my program, work with me, apply to work with me. You can't just do that in every single post. You have to bring the awareness. And also, how do you let your audience to know you? You can't just talk about your business. You can't just talk about your offer. And it's a combination of your content seasons. How do you create this flow of like really congruent and consistent content seasons, from seeding, when you're bringing the awareness, when people understand who you are, getting to know you, when you're probing, when you're testing your audience, like are they, like, where they're at, are they, do I have more problem aware people? Do I have more people who are in the consideration phase? Do I have more people who are like ready to buy right now? And by the way, only about 2% of your audience is ready to buy right now. And people constantly moving from one stage of awareness to another. This is why it is important to have a content system, not just content pillars, but a content system. When you can raise the awareness, when you can check with your audience, and when you can sell, because there's a time and a place to sell. In order to make a sale, you have to earn the right to sell, and this is what I am teaching. And then we do a lot of analysis, because also with content, it's not about posting and post and goes. You have to engage with your community, because every single social media platform right now, they prioritizing building community, building that connection, and people are craving connection right now. People don't need information. People need connection, and people need community. People need people that they can relate, because people buy from people. And if they can't relate to you as a person, they won't buy from you. They just won't buy from you. And this is the essence of social selling. This is why I tell you, You have to comment, you have to engage, you have to share. Like, because when you are sharing, when you are commenting, when you are engaging, uh, platform understands you. Platform understands what you want, and also other people can see you as well. Because at the beginning I was saying that I make majority of my connections through conversations in the comments. I engage. And also, if you just post and you're not engaged, you're not connecting, you're not growing your audience, you're not growing your network, nothing will happen, because the same people will see, or rather not see, your content if you're not engaging. And this is essential part that I'm teaching inside of my program: how to do social selling, how to engage in the comments, how to engage in the DMs. Because also in DM is another place where you form your relationships. DMs are is another place where you can sell your program. You don't have to always have a sales call. I sold offers strictly in the DMs without hopping with anybody on the Zoom call. And I teach how to do that with my clients. It's case by case, yes, but there is a way to structure your conversation when it's not pushy, when it's not salesy, when it's authentic, and you close your clients in the DMs. So the process is fairly simple and easy. You do your market research, you create content at the right level of awareness of your audience, you create your content seasons to bring the awareness, and you sell your offer in the sales calls, during or in your live streams or in the DMs, and you close your sale. That's the program. So let me know if you have questions. And by the way, if you're watching and if you're listening to this on the podcast, all the links are in the show notes, so you can check them out. The application link in the show notes, and the registration page is also in the show notes. So feel free to check it out. On the same on YouTube. Um, let me know if you have questions or what resonated with you. People on LinkedIn, people on YouTube, let me know if you have any questions. So let me tell you about the format. Like, what is the format of my program? So it's a group coaching program, and the duration of the program is 6 months. It's a small group. It's a coaching program. I also offer additional one-on-one coaching uh, as a part of the package. Per, like, every month you can have one coaching call with me. It's a strategy call. It's a call where you if you need personalized help or support with your offer, or maybe additional sales training, or maybe you're getting set on your content or anything else, you need advice from me, you need direct guidance from me. This is where you can utilize that one-on-one coaching once a month. And but majority of coaching is happening in the group container. And also in a group container, what I like about the group, I like about the energy, and I like about what people are bringing into this community. When people are asking questions, when I host hot seat coaching sessions with people, when I'm answering questions, this is where the magic is happening. Because a lot of the time people people might have questions about that. Also, I give you feedback on, give you feedback on your content. I do audit of your social media. I do audit on your messaging. And also for this social selling approach will work for majority, like the vast majority of social media platforms. I'm a big fan of LinkedIn. LinkedIn as a main platform and YouTube as a secondary platform. This is what I know works for my clients. This is that and something that I know work for me. Um, and but it doesn't mean that if you prefer Instagram, it doesn't mean that it doesn't match you. It won't work for you because it is the same social selling principles. And I will help you. I will help you to position your offer and position your messaging in those platforms as well, because it is not just a LinkedIn and YouTube. Those platforms will get you results a little bit faster, in my opinion, based on data that I have. But if you are on Instagram, if you have really good traction on other social media platforms, but you need a little bit help with social selling, you need a little bit help with actual sales training and really content strategy, content system that you can implement right now, this program is absolutely for you. So I have a question on YouTube. So like is the season more specific to the person in the same general style that can be followed? Like hopefully it makes sense. So the season, like the content seasons, they're more specific of the season of awareness of, or the level of awareness rather, of your audience. Because think about it, like, because you constantly growing your audience, right? You should connect with 20 people a day. 20 people a day. So meaning you constantly and getting new people in your audience. So you will have people who are unaware, and majority of your audience is probably unaware. You will have people who are problem aware. They know what the problem is, but they may not know what the solution is. They may not know what you are offering. And they're solution aware when they know that, like, your solution, and then you need to specify why they should work specifically with you. For example, in my case, I offer sales training, like role play sales training. It's not just a video. It's not just a video course that you can watch and hopefully you can implement. No, it's a direct feedback from me in the role play, and I review your sales goals. Also, like for the content strategy, this is not content pillars. This is content seasons. And it's really like the job of your content is to bring the awareness of your customer. Hopefully that makes sense. Like, Justin, let me know if it makes sense in the comments on YouTube. Like, I hope to that I answer your question. Anybody else on Instagram or on LinkedIn, let me know what questions you have, because this is a really important topic. So as you're typing your questions, I appreciate everybody who joined today. Um, Next week, Monday to Friday, I'm hosting a masterclass every day at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be doing a masterclass, where I will be teaching you how to put together compelling six-figure messaging to sell your high ticket offer. So if you have not register. Those sessions will be available on Zoom. Replays will be available. The best place to actually attend my masterclass are Zooms, because this is what you can do on Zoom. You can hop on the hot seat coaching call with me, and you can get direct coaching from me during my class right there and then. If you watch my previous training, how to monetize your LinkedIn profile masterclass, you saw that people will come, people will participate, people will have hot seat coaching question. So Many people. Oh, Marilyn, excellent question. So Marilyn asked, how do you find 20 people per day to reach out to? And how much time does it take daily? Ex- I love this question. So two things. You can use search bar. You can search people on LinkedIn. You can search people on Instagram. You can search people on YouTube. You can search people on major platforms. This is what I do on LinkedIn. And this is what can work really well on other social media platforms. Marilyn, I know you're focusing on LinkedIn, so I will be providing you an example. So engagement is everything. So when you engage with your, and this is who you should engage. You should engage with your potential customers with their content, if they're putting out content, or you should engage with them in DMs, right? But let's say they're posting content. You engage. Somebody responded to the comment that you left. You connect with that person. Somebody liked or put a heart emoji or put like some sort of reaction on your comment. You go back and you connect with them. The same thing, like it's also a wonderful market research. When you see what comments people are putting out there, what they're saying in the comments, this is one approach. You engage with your potential customer. You engage with other influencers, and you also, like in your area, in your niche, you also look what people are saying and what people are asking. And guess what? If you're following like big influencers, they probably don't have the time to answer the question. So you can engage with them in the comments. And as you engage with them in the comments, you can connect with them. I am a big video creator, and LinkedIn right now just released A/B testing for their video tab. I I'm regularly checking other video creators and I connect with them. And I normally do combination of three. Like I do search in the bar, in the search bar, in the search area. But the problem with the search bar is that you don't know how active that person is on the platform unless you have Sales Navigator. So I don't use Sales Navigator. People are raving about Sales Navigator. I don't use that. I have LinkedIn Premium and that's it. So, but in the comments you can actually see who is active and who is participate, who is on the platform. And normally people are a little bit more inclined to accept your connection request, like if you are engaging with them on the platform right there and then. Another underrated way to connect with other people is to either host audio events or participate in audio events, because this is kind of like Clubhouse. This is provides really good networking feel that you can engage with other people. And what I do during audio events, I connect with people. If I resonate with them, if their profile resonates with me, what I do, I connect with them. And also, especially if you're a speaker at the audio event, this is a brilliant, wonderful opportunity for you to actually engage. And people will send, like, listen, um, yesterday I went to an audio event and I was a speaker. And that was probably an hour and a half event. And I had about 20 connections added after that event. I did not have to do anything. I just had to show up, show out, speak my truth, wrap up, and literally the whole morning, what I was doing, I was following up with everybody who requested to connect or follow me. Marilyn, I hope that answers your question. Let me know. I hope that answers your question. Thank you so much. And this is what I do inside of my program. like how to do that social selling. And uh, as you like, a lot of people think like, oh, like market research, it sounds really, really hard. No, it's not. No, 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 it's not. I mean, it is a tedious work, but like once you go in the comments, you see what people are asking, you see how people are talking about their problem, you see what resonates with people, you can relate and you can literally use that language in your marketing. And I'm probably like oversharing about my methodology already, like in this mini training. Of course. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. As I'm wrapping up, if you have questions, you still can drop your question in the comments. If 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 I don't catch your question in the comments, I will respond to your comment 100%. So keep them coming. Appreciate each and every one of you. I hope to see you in my training next week, 5 days, 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And also, if you're like, listen, if you are solution aware, if you're most aware, and so like, you know what, like, yeah, I need that. I need to improve my sales skills. I need to improve, like, I need to put my business together. I need to get my business in order right now. The application link is in the comments as well. So another question, a great topic. I'm very engaged on LinkedIn and I like comments and share, but with content, it's not being easy. Why? Excellent question. Thank you. Listen, I like you all today. Excellent, excellent question. So, why content is not easy? Um, I would encourage you to have conversations with your ideal customers. See, because I never have a problem with content because when they are unaware of their problem, they probably have some sort of misconception. I know they're misconceptions because I'm in the comments, because I'm talking to them. Even when you have your consultations, when you have your sales calls, people will share their misconceptions. This is one source of everything is content, right? Like, oh, people are talking about X, right? And you put content around that. Then you another form of content is actually, after you provide value, you actually ask people what interests them, or maybe they're ready to work with you. And at the end, you're actively selling, you're actively making an invitation like today. Hey, come to my masterclass, apply to work with me. Again, by providing immense amount of value. Because right now, this is a video where I talk about my program, and I make an invitation for you, but also you all receive a lot of value out of this video about customer awareness, about how to find clients, about how to make content. So, and it gets easier the more you are in tune with different levels of awareness of your customer. Then the easier the content creation comes along. And one of the content or one of the types of content that performs really, really well in terms of conversion is actually a video, live video. When you go live, like I do right now, you engage with me, you have a conversation with me, and like you create community in that way. Audio events also like count as a content. And I know it's not easy, and I promise you, listen, running a business is not easy. But one thing that it gets easier, well, two things that get easier. Sales calls will get easier for you 100%. Content will get easier for you 100%. You will know what to talk about. What the challenge with the content is actually being being on top of what's going on in social media, knowing what's going on social media. I don't like the word trending, but what is trending right now? Authenticity trending right now. Sharing human moments is trending. But this is like, and this is a concept, like this is a market research as well, because like we all complain, oh, like there's a new trend on social media, like it's so exhausting. No, people's behavior change. Trends, social media trends, it's the people. It's how people behave, because people change their behavior. Like they used to like highly produced, well edited, well produced content. They get tired of it. Right now, they want raw and authentic and like straight to the point content. But like it may change. They may switch to another trend that like on LinkedIn, for example, a selfie with a really compelling copy with a story works really well, especially if it is a selfie out of your day. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you. Listen, you asked me really, really great questions today. LinkedIn, come on, LinkedIn. Listen, if you have more questions, keep them coming. Keep them, because like, listen, I will be here until there are no more questions. I can sit here, I can wait. Ask those questions. Ask those questions, because this is what I'm here for. I'm here to give you more than I can receive. Like Marilyn, Danita, like I hope I said your name right. So like if I didn't, please correct me. Like I do apologize if I butchered your name. Um, so keep your questions coming. Keep your questions coming. So listen, again, thank you so much for your participation. Thank you so much for your questions. Listen, when you are engaging, when you are asking me such wonderful questions, sharing your wonderful takeaways, this is what really makes my live streams and my day and my community better. Is you, because I don't go live just for me, right? I could have recorded like a YouTube video, right? And just posted like, hey, this is a YouTube video. This is why I love live streams, because I can literally interact with people. I want to say face to face, but more so like face to camera and read your comments. And I appreciate that. All right. Join me next week, Monday to Friday, 2:30 p.m. every single day from Monday to Friday. Register, because like when you register, you will get a Zoom link to join for every single day. Ask your questions, get coaching from me, and get immense value how to create compelling six-figure messaging. All right. Thank you all. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the lies you tell yourself and about your business. And we're gonna tackle some of the misconceptions, because there are a lot of misconceptions in entrepreneurial space. There's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to offers, when it comes to money, and when it comes to providing immense value for your community. And I hope you have an amazing week ahead. All right, bye, y'all.